Hey, y'all already know what it is. It's TkDaPoet, you already know, so you ain't got a quote in the bucket. You already know what that means. Y'all wrote it. Hey, today, 10 for your cap.
Big dog, stepping on shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
we stepping on shit today, man. Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to my boy SK Millions.
Big dog, nigga, and I'm stepping on shit. Nigga, you ain't real if you ain't rapping your clique. Big drip, pussy boy, I'm killing your feet. Trying to get a bag, I ain't worried about the beat. I was in the trap when that bitch got hit. I was 15, big straps, he lit. Now I'm in my bag with some bands on my wrist. Ain't worried about a nigga, I'm stepping on shit. Big dog, 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 stepping on shit. I was in the trap when that bitch got hit. I was 15, big straps, he licks. Now I'm in my bag with some bands on my wrist. Ain't worried about a nigga, I'm stepping on shit.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy SK Millions, man. Hey, this 10 for your count, man. We here. We here to talk about some interesting things, man. We got, the fight. We got to talk about the fight. And we got other more topics that we're gonna talk about. But I'm gonna bring up my co-host real quick, give them a quick introduction. But let me go ahead and give my introduction. If y'all didn't know, now you know it's TkDaPoet, you already know, so you ain't got a quote. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all wrote it. Hey, check out Poetry Life. I gotta throw my little commercials in there before we get started. Check out Poetry Life on the group. Hey, we looking for all poets to come and be a part. Hey, check out the merch. We got the shirts and the merch, man. Poetry Life. And I got more of the products. So, hey, we pushing more things forward. Also, come out. September the 3rd, I'm dropping my poetry album. Hey, so y'all know, y'all check, y'all be I'm gonna throw some flyers out there. I'm gonna throw a little album cover out there for y'all can really get invested in what I'm about to drop. It's about to be epic. I am him. Watch out. Watch out for I am him. Poetry Life. But we ain't talking about poetry today. We're here to talk about, the 10 for your count. Some of the stuff that people really don't really want to talk about, but we're gonna talk about it today. Let me bring up, my co-host, Jigsaw. Jigsaw, Jake, what's going on?
What's good, man? How's it going?
Hey, what's
Kick
going
it back,
on with you,
man.
man? Hey, and I'm
Kick
also
it back.
bring up the other co-host, Mr. Youngblood, Mr. ATM.
Up, everybody? This is your boy ATM. What's up? What's up? This your boy ATM.
Hey, man, Jake, go ahead and give you a little shout out, let the people know, who you are.
Man, I'm here just trying to speak the truth a little bit, get to the bottom of some shit. Don't want to talk too much. Never know who's listening. So just here
Look,
to talk a little bit, see what happens.
hey, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, we're gonna have to get some secrets out that people don't even want to address. But hey, Mr. ATM, Travoye, Mr. Youngblood, what's up with you?
Oh man, I'm just being, chilling, relaxing, man. Just staying down low, making my money, just enjoying myself. I'm loving what's going on in the sports world. It's a lot
Mm.
of hoorah going on in all areas of the sports right now. So if you're a big sports fan, hey, this upcoming session is for y'all. It's for y'all.
Hey, it's for the sports people out there. Hey, man, let's go ahead and get into it, man. What y'all thought about the fight? Earl Spence.
Man, it looked pretty one sided. Pretty one sided.
Hey, my man quoted this in the conference. It's gonna be a one-sided ass whooping. That's what EJ quoted. And
Mm,
he wasn't lying.
mm.
He wasn't lying.
Yeah.
It was definitely one-sided.
Yeah, man. Look, it didn't look good, man. EJ, man. Hey, but I give my shout outs to EJ, man. You fought, hey, every dog has a day. Hey,
Hey,
look back for the rebounds. Hey, it has to be a second fight. This can't be the end of it.
most
It has
definitely,
to
most
be a second fight.
definitely, most definitely, and man, like I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm a big EJ fan, and I was still riding with EJ even to afterwards. I'm not one of those switched up and oh, he ain't from Dallas because he lost or nothing. Because, like you said, every dog has his day. And
Mm.
on that fight, you just saw that Terrence Crawford was just a different animal. Like people did forget. We were so high on EJ that we did forget that Terrence Crawford was the number one pound for pound fighter. He was above Canelo. When it comes for pound fighter in the world, he was number one. And he only held that belt. And you know what's so sad, bro? I didn't believe it, but I went and saw it on YouTube. This man beat Earl like that and then gave Earl back his belt so he could fly home with it. But even though he holds the titles, he was like, here, man, like that's a sign of like, I know what I did, but I'm just showing you, you talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get back in the thing. So like I look at that fight and I said this. I said, even though EJ didn't perform like we used to see EJ perform, I give him his salute because he went out like a warrior. The man went out getting his ass whooped. He went out like a warrior. He did not give up. He went out there fighting, but hey, speculations. I heard he was dehydrated. I'm just saying.
As a boxer, how can you be dehydrated? Like, nah, I can't believe he was dehydrated as boxing. You like, well, I don't know.
Because
make that weight.
The weight class.
Make that weight.
Yeah.
The weight class. So
you gotta cut that weight.
Speculation.
Do you think he came back too early from his wreck?
Look at here. To be honest, the truth, he shouldn't even be walking this earth, but guy spared him a chance. And to be honest, I thought he should have retired. Because he was damaged right there. As you can see, EJ don't talk. Like, if you go look at how he talked before the wreck and look at his interviews, how he talk now, you say that boy shouldn't even be fighting. He is so different, and then he got like a Joe Biden type of deal when he go on an interview. I'm sorry, Biden, but yeah, he can't stay on top of it either. EJ goes and slur. He slurs when he talk, and he gets confused sometimes. He just thought, you know what I'm saying? That's EJ. He does that sometimes in his interview. Like, people don't catch that. Before the wreck, EJ was like boom, boom, boom. Post wreck, he's a different man. So I actually salute him for still getting out there, feeding his family on doing what he do best, even after the wreck, man. I don't care what nobody say. They might can say what they want to say about EJ, but I bet you they won't step toe to toe with him.
Look. Look, I'm still think I still got my. I think I can go a couple rounds with him.
After they looking at that, you think you can get him?
look. I think, I still got the little quick hooks. I don't know, man. Hey, Crawford was pink.
He was a tactician, bro, and I was Team Spence the whole. Boy, I was Team Spence the whole night. You know how? Hey, I won money because everybody was betted on Spence. I ended up winning. I had Bud. I had to get Bud. I my business. I got to go against whatever you get, so I don't care. So I ended up winning that night. I was sad as shit still. I went to bed, man. My boss was like, "Yeah, you want to go party?" No. No. I want to go home. How much? Like Cowboys ass whooping in the playoffs.
No, for real. Like, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, man. Like, the city was like drop, bro. Like, I should have went to Little Baby concert. Little Baby concert tickets were so goddamn cheap. Saturday night, boy, them things went down there to $150 when I was looking. I was like, whoo, them bad boys drop.
Because I think that was bad for me even have his concert on Saturday. Like that was bad business. Whoever did that, like, come on.
They didn't know.
Yeah, that was bad business.
Thought Little Baby was gonna outsell.
There's too much going on.
Was it?
Yeah. What you think about the fight, Jake?
Man, it was good. It was real good. I think it's a miracle either one of them made it to this fight. I mean, people forget Terrence Crawford was shot in the head back when he was 4-0. You know, I mean, that was something that happened way back I really do think it's a miracle. Either one of them are here to fight, you know, now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a wild thing to see, you know,
I
either
didn't
one
know.
of them. Yeah. So I mean, the story was he said he was at a club, got into it with the bouncer, got
Yeah.
maced by police came, got maced by the police, got kicked out of that area, and I guess he was walking around the hood, started shooting dice with people on the streets, got a bunch of money, was counting it in his car, and bullets came through his back windshield, and he ended up catching one in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when he was already fighting. He had 4 professional fights already there. So it's a wild thing that he was already, you know, on the path he was on, but still doing the shit he was doing. So
But you know
I
what
don't know if
make
y'all
this
saw
fight
that.
so but you know what
Mhm.
make this fight so great? They both have backstories. You
Yeah,
know,
Big time, big
so it's
time.
like they was both undefeated. Someone had to lose. You
Yep.
know, someone had to lose.
I'm gonna give you another thing. What I loved about this fight, it was so much damn respect between them two leading up to this fight. Even though they had their little trash talk, they had to do
Hmm.
that for promotion. But
Mm,
every time they did the stare down, not too many damn fighters would dap each other up, would shake each other hand, shit like that. They was doing that, even though they had the fierce and talk that shit and be like, all right, all right, all right. After
mm.
the fight, hug on each other. Not too many people gonna do that. If you a bad bud beefing, ain't don't come hugging me. Don't come hugging me after the fight, giving me my stuff back. None of that. Come, they was really boys that just had to see. That's one of those. We just gotta see who really bad in this. Who the
Yeah,
bad man in the division. We cool, but we gotta really. We just gotta give the world what they want to see. Type deal.
yeah,
That was what that
yeah.
really was to me, bro. Cause it was a lot of respect. It, even though it was the one that has a whooping, but it was a lot of
Boy,
respect. They
I
say Crawford was
mean,
a bully growing up. He was a little man with
yeah,
big kids. So I
yeah,
believe it now.
yeah. But you know, EJ, you got your ass whooped, beat, smashed,
Bad.
demolished. What are you gonna do next? You can't take this line down. You have to bounce back. Hey, it has to be a round 2.
Hmm.
You know what? I believe it will be around too, but I hope it don't. I hope Derek and them will really sit down and talk about it and don't make it December.
You're right,
That's too
right.
early. Make
Mm-hmm.
Keith Thurman big mouth ass December.
Mm-hmm.
That's who needs to be December. You need to line up Keith Thurman ass because Keith Thurman's gonna give you as closest to Bud minus the power.
Mm-hmm.
You take care of Keith Thurman. Now you can work and try to figure out Bud. But Keith Thurman would definitely give you a good test up for Bud. If Keith Thurman go face Bud, oh shit, his ass is good.
But I mean that makes a lot of sense in a way because like okay, you just got your ass beat. Don't be too quick to just go ahead and jump out there, because you feel like you got something to prove. Work yourself like, hey, work on some new shit. Work on the shit that you might do to that nigga on Keith Thurman. So I don't feel like that's not a bad idea though. Look,
that,
that's
that
something.
tune up. That'll be a really good tune up. But I mean, like, if he feel like he needs to come back and get Bud up in December, then hey, I'm with it, bro. He on some Rocky Balboa when Rocky got his ass whooped by the Russian, and he came back 6 months later and got the Russian. So if he
Mm,
gonna
Got
go
to.
and slap some fucking 50-pound cow slab meat up in a freezer, he needs to, cause Bud a different animal. But hey,
Hmm.
I I took Bud for granted. I can admit that boy a different animal. But yeah, man. Like I was saying, now if we want to talk about a little fishy part about this fight, we can lead into our second topic of when we're talking about is sports rigged. we can follow it. Why did Vegas have minus 170 on Terrence Crawford and like a 240 on 230 plus on EJ? Like that's a hell of a landslide.
Yeah.
That was already saying Vegas already knew that Bud was too much, but because Dallas was overhyped with their emotion, we all threw our money on EJ to move the needle to make it look like EJ had a chance. Like that was good representation, but yeah, man, I mean, like a little something, you know.
I mean, a lot of people was going with EJ though. You know, it wasn't just Dallas. It was a lot of people going for EJ. Like some of the big boxers, you know, they was going for EJ. Now, Roy Jones Jr. He was getting a lot of slack, but because before he was saying like he wasn't going with EJ. He was saying EJ was one dimensional. Crawford, you know, he had different styles he can switch up into. But he was saying EJ, he only thing he know was pressure, you know.
True.
And he said that pressure got him, you know, to this spot. But like he was saying, Crawford, he was too equipped with so many different ways. He was on a whole different level.
Yeah,
Facts.
he was fighting Southpaw. And they said EJ didn't have a whole lot of opponents that were Southpaw for, like less than 5, I think, that he beat that were Southpaw. And, you know, they say Crawford, he fought most of his fights, like 70% Southpaw. He can switch back and forth, but he's fighting mostly Southpaw.
Yep.
And he's pushing the whole fight. Got EJ walking backwards. He doesn't know what to do there. Right. Everything he throws, he's getting caught with counters. Everything that he was getting smashed with was a counter.
Exactly.
Slipped, counter jab, just getting crushed the whole fight.
Yeah.
Those goddamn jabs was equivalent to fucking haymakers. The way they
look,
snapping him back every time.
Like he was looking bad. He was looking bad.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Round what, the 4th and 5th round, bro? I was already saying like, throw the fucking towel in. Like it was nasty, and I was like, Lord, please let them stop this fight in the health and safety of EJ, because EJ kept getting the fuck back up real quick. I said, oh, he gonna always be counted. He a warrior.
Yeah.
You gotta protect him though, man. You gotta protect him.
Yeah, because he wasn't gonna give up. Like, you gonna have to literally knock him out for him just to say, all right, I'm done. And that's forcing him to sleep. You're gonna have to sleep him.
Man, did you see the UFC fights going on about the same time?
No, I didn't get a chance to. What was going on with that?
Tony Ferguson, you know, crazy guy. El Cucuy, you know, they call him Mexican boogeyman. Guy got put in the choke, would not tap. He sat there and kicked until he went to sleep. Doesn't tap. He's just one of those guys. I'm not tapping out. You're gonna have to put me out. And it happened to him. You know, people are saying he's past his prime now. He might only have a couple more fights in him, but the rest of the night turned out real good for a lot of these other guys. Derek Lewis got a nasty knockout. Caught a guy with a flying knee. First thing. Finished the guy at 33 seconds first round. Didn't get touched, not once. Man, ran around. Yeah, wild man.
Damn.
Yeah, good fights.
So I gotta ask a question, man. So do y'all think a lot of these big time matches are rigged, just like Spence and Crawford? Do you think that fight might have been rigged? Because Vegas won on this one. I'm not gonna hold you. Vegas won.
I mean, I think you got to look at the people that are involved with these fights. You know, there's not always people that are on the up and up when it comes to their business and what they're doing when they may be promoting these fights. They may be management and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people forget James Prince was a fight promoter back in the day. For you say big name fights, who's the biggest name in boxing? Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
You know, Jay Prince was James Prince, not Jay Prince, James Prince. You know, Jay Prince. He was, founder of Rap A Lot, founder of Ghetto Boys, Zero, all these guys. And he was even a fighting promoter. He even brought up Andre Ward. You know, he helped him get famous back then. But I think when you have people that, you know, are in it more for the money, it doesn't really matter who wins and who loses, as long as people are coming to the fight, you know, and I'm getting paid. I think that's really what matters to some people. And there's even stories about Jay Prince and not wanting his cut of a fight. There was one fight left on Mayweather's. This was back when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. There's one fight left on his contract, and this is supposed to be a $30 million fight. And Jay Prince wanted that fight to happen under contract. Floyd Mayweather wanted to push the fight until the contract expired, so he didn't have to pay a cut because it's a 20% cut. That's what he was having to pay out. 20% of the $3 million purse, it says here. So that's a fifth. That's a good chunk of the money.
Yeah.
And this all happened, you know. Apparently Jay Prince wanted his money. He wasn't. There was arguments going down. I guess Mayweather wasn't wanting to give in, and people went to his gym, I guess, and busted the shit out of some people with baseball bats. And they said, okay, well, if that's what he wants, the fight will happen. You know, we'll write him credit. They said, Prince, don't do letters of credit, send the cash. And that's what happened. They sent him, it says right here, you know, Top Rank confirmed this. And Floyd Mayweather, he sent $610,000 to settle with Prince, and also went ahead and cut Prince an advance check for 20% of the $3 million fight. So he got all his money up front.
Look. See, I didn't even know Jay Prince was into boxing. I didn't know he managed Floyd.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that story. So yeah.
I like that.
Wild thing, man.
So, Jay, do you have any more examples of that you think that sports being rigged?
I mean, we can go back to classic fights. The Phantom Punch with Muhammad Ali. Everyone talks
what about the Phantom Punch?
Him and Liston. I mean, when it goes to boxing, I think that boxing's old money. You know, boxing's old money. I think there's a lot more money in boxing. There's a lot more people that promote and do things like that behind the scenes. But with the Phantom Punch, people say that you know what, a minute 44 seconds to knock Sonny Liston out and go ahead and take that title. That's a wild thing. A minute, less than 2 minutes in, 16 seconds short of 2 minutes. Everybody says there's no punch thrown, that he pulled the punch and Liston took a dive. And lots of times people say that boxers take dives. You know, I think that's just a thing that's more of a common thing that we want to talk about. I just think that's something in all sports, even.
Yeah. I can say you say a fight a dive. I seen it live when Kimbo Slice took that damn dive to Ken Shamrock or whoever that little dude he fought. When the dude
Seth Petrozelli came out last minute.
And Kimbo laid down.
It looked like he punched him in the chest.
Kimbo laid down, tapped out. They interviewed Kimbo. He was partying. He said, "We about to go party."
Back at my house, after party at my house.
Hey,
they said you lost. It don't matter.
Wait a minute. He just lost the belt. You should be mad. He was like, "We about to go party." Kimbo got paid to die for real because everybody just knew Kimbo was going to win. He was too big.
Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna lie though. That goes along with, you know, someone integrity. You know, how much is your integrity?
I mean, like, what is the root of all evil?
Money,
millions of dollars,
the love of money.
I mean, like, some people's ego is love for money. Some people love materialistic. Some people love family. It depends on what you love. And hell, the people that love money gonna do any and everything for it. Even if they gotta shame their name, they gonna
Mm-hmm.
do
Look, I got a question for you because you're a bookie. You do the gambling and stuff like that. And I didn't research a couple things. I do my research and shit. But they were talking about Carson Wentz. He threw two interceptions in the beginning of the game to try to to put the team up a little bit, and because they said he did that because he owed a gambling debt, and they was like, look, this is what I need you to do. If you do this, blase, 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 I'll clear your debt.
it. And that was the year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and actually won it that year. He was having that awesome ass season.
Mm-hmm.
That story, I heard it too, and you know what? I actually do believe shit like that does happen. Like these players be doing that. Like you seen the players that's not getting cracked down by the NFL for gambling and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
starting to hit them, but I mean, like they can't go back and punish people for the past, but they catching them now. And at the time, I believe that was probably true because like it was just like really, bro. That's how you do it. It
Look.
was like everybody was watching that game. It was like a prime time game at that. And they went down, and then what they stormed back in and they're fucking winning. But it was like, really?
So I be on Prize Pick, right? I be doing my gambling on the sports and shit. And it's been a couple
Uh,
times where I came like a half a point off, like five different times. I'm like, nah, LeBron, you telling me you only got 27 points? Only thing you have to do is have above 27.5, and you just stopped at 27. Like, do you think some of these NBA sports they be knowing, and they be having their people gamble on them and say, okay, look, I know this, I'm predicting to score 27.5, but what happened if I just stop at 27? How much
Mm-hmm.
money can I make?
like I say, I believe it happens. Like they be having the mafia, like they be owning like the mobs and mafia and like these secret agencies. Like, for instance, which I don't know why this boy ain't been checked by the NCAA because all the goddamn bettors was mad about it. The center from Michigan, no
Mm,
Purdue, he had a game where it was like 40 some points, 40 and a half points, and like he was playing a nobody school. We knew he was gonna go crazy. The boy stopped at 40. He had 40 points before half. Then it
mm-hmm,
showed nothing in the second half.
mm, mm.
He
Look,
went to the free throw line. Went to the free throw line. He not a bad free throw shooter. Missed both free throws. He would not make a shot for the rest of the game. They won by a lot, but he did not score.
mm,
He needed 40.5 to go over. He scored 40 points.
mm.
Okay, so you're talking about gambling being involved with sports? Isn't
Yes.
that, we're talking about NBA, Tim
And
Donaghy,
dealing with the rigness.
You say
you
who?
know? Tim Donaghy. Isn't that his
Okay.
name? Tim Donaghy.
Yeah.
He was an NBA rep. He got arrested. He got investigated by the FBI due to him gambling on the games and stuff like that. If you're a rep, I don't think it's that hard for you to, get one team to foul a little more than they should, stop a score here or there, keep the points where you need them to be. So that way, all your bets come the way they need to be.
And then, like, for the reps, it's easy because you can get a person in foul trouble and get them took out the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, a rep, they really control, the flow of the game.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I can see how a ref can get in the game like, okay, yeah, this team gonna score this many points, or he control the foul, like he gonna shoot this many foul shots.
I hope we don't lose the integrity of the game, man.
I mean, I think the integrity of the game been lost though, man. I'm cool. I feel
Long time
like this
ago.
everything is just entertainment. You know, I
In a way, yeah. Yeah, you
I
know
feel
what
like
need to come at 2K, man.
look,
We
look,
hold
I
Yeah,
just
these
like
team owners,
go ahead, Jake.
these team owners don't care if their teams win. The actual franchise owners, Jerry Jones, for example, he doesn't give a damn if the Cowboys win or lose, as long as people are buying his shit. As
Mm-hmm.
long as they say America's team, it, I'm sure if you were able to sit down and get him to actually tell you how he felt, he'd probably go, "I don't give a shit if they win or lose. I don't give a shit if we win the Super Bowl. If people come to our fucking games and I'm making all this money I need to make, I couldn't care less." And I think that's how most of them probably work. They don't care. They don't care about the teams. They don't care about the players. It's all money. As long as you're making money, I don't care what happens. I
I
feel
mean,
like that's
yeah,
how a lot of it
because
is.
like they saying the Cowboys are the richest franchise in sports
Mm-hmm.
history ever
Yeah.
in all sports,
Yep.
football, basketball, soccer, you know,
Most money
hockey,
making
lacrosse,
team.
over everything. So
Mm-hmm.
we not just America's team; we are the world's team.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody know that star. Them Cowboys. I mean, like, I wish we could win a Super Bowl.
But look, they was asking I think Dak Prescott supposed to be in some type of reality show with Peyton Manning,
He turned it down.
whatever. Yeah, and he turned it down because he was like, man, being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is already enough. What more
Yeah.
exposure do I need?
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
money.
know? Like I got this star on my helmet. That bring me money. I'm the most viewed football team. I'm on the most viewed football team in American history. Everybody know who I am.
And speaking of
Yep.
that, what they talking about? Now we think give free promo. HBO. Say, check this out. That show, no, HBO. It's on Netflix. Quarterbacks. It's
Hmm.
called Quarterbacks. It's on Netflix. It gave me so much respect for fucking Kirk Cousins. Oh my gosh.
Why you say that?
Hey, check it out. Trust me. Everybody talk that noise about Captain Kirk, but if you check out that quarterbacks,
Hmm.
that dude, he's one of the most hit quarterbacks in the NFL. He's an Iron Man. He's a true fucking Iron Man. They had played the whole game. This dude was grunting the whole time, talking about ribs bruised up out of there. Mind you, the quarterback is the most hit position. That dude was out of there, but he was still leading them Vikings to win game. That's when the Vikings had went 7-1 and had beat the Bills in
Mm,
overtime.
mm,
That's when the Vikings was rolling last year.
hmm.
He was on the show, and I mean, like, I got so much respect for him from how he came in behind RG3.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be a backup to now franchise star piece of the puzzle that could probably move the needle this year, which they not. If they lose Devin Cook, that's over with. But Madison and the other, I don't know, whoever they got can't do it.
Look, I got a question. So, what is the difference between throwing a game for money and throwing a game for a draft pick?
Mm. What about throwing the game to get a new coach? That's happened
Hmm.
too. You know, we refuse to win a game so we can get us a new coach. I think that's happened, hasn't it?
So
Yeah.
I say, if you're doing it for the money, then I hope they get your ass. Because you don't need to be bad. You need to leave us better circles alone. And you just perform because you already rich. God damn. Just do what your job is and let me get my point. That's why I be losing in fantasy. Because they over
Yeah.
here playing fantasy too. Like,
No,
damn,
for real.
just play. Let me gamble and you play. Stop. Don't come in my don't look. I don't like that they can interfere and come into my job, but I can't go to their job. You know,
Right.
like stay in your own lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Come to me when off season when it's time basketball and baseball. Then I take.
So what about So what about the Dallas Mavericks? Let's talk about the Mavs. So no, I hear a Skip and everybody talk about Kyrie, how he started losing. The Mavericks started losing when they got Kyrie and all this other stuff. Blase. Kyrie ain't making the team better. It was so much Kyrie slander, but people not understanding. Like I think that was a part of the assignment for them to lose before they can get their draft pick because they knew they weren't gonna make it in the playoffs. No, they could have made it to the playoffs, but they wanted to keep their draft pick, so they just lost out. But they want to put it on Kyrie, like, oh, Kyrie wasn't efficient. Kyrie did do to make the team worse.
You know
Like,
why Mark Cuban got fined?
why? Why was
Because
that?
the Mavericks went from the number 3 seed to like out of the fucking playoffs. Even with Kyrie, they was winning with Kyrie. They said, "Oh shit, this can work," but we got the wrong team, and we don't got enough of that. And if we make the playoffs, we lose that first round draft pick because it was a unprotected. It was a protected draft pick, but they had to be within the top 10 picks. If the Mavericks would have got the 11th pick, that pick would have went to another team who they traded with. So if you did not notice, Mark Cuban actually got fined for that shit. Yeah, they fined his ass.
Look, for that
And it's
first round draft pick.
thinking like you was Luca wasn't playing out there like
Right.
we and when we gonna see Curry and Luca on the court. Luca hurt. Luca ain't hurt. Why Luca always in the best? Luca like Zeke. Ain't fuck. Luca like Zeke a little bit in the off season. He always catch them in their best season. Like they always in the best health, but goddamn, do that translate on the court? Luca a
Look.
cold boy. He just gotta get faster. He too slow.
Hey, he slimmed down though. He has slimmed down. Slim Luca is in the
They say
building.
he power Luca now.
Mm.
I was like, ooh. Say he
Look.
wants ring, he want that title, but I mean, like, so yes, the Mavericks did tank and fell out of the playoffs when they got Kyrie because they were like, "Fuck, we're gonna lose that draft pick." And then, bro, who they ended up drafting is a dog.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
seen him in the
yeah.
summer league. And then didn't look all too impressive to me. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. He
Well,
still gotta show me something though. Like I'm not a true believer in him.
it's hard to say he was impressive in the thing when you got people like what my boy who we drafted last year. We got Josh Green out there, which Josh Green didn't really have to play too much in the summer league this year.
Yeah.
He had already proved himself in the league. That he was a nasty ass. Oh, Hardy. And it's hard to show you showcase when Jade Hardy out there rocking people like he Iverson and shit and rolling up people and just splash downing.
Man,
Like,
they had this one player. Hold on, let me look up on my other computer, and see something because they had a player in the summer league. He was just going off. I wanted to say his jersey number was number 16. Uh, I mean, he had a strap. I'm like, he was shooting eight lights out.
hey, we got something. We definitely got some potential, man. We definitely got some great potential.
Look, I'm gonna find here you go, Dallas Mavericks. I'm gonna have to look. Let's see what was his name. Let me see. Like we got to get. We have to keep him because he was shooting his life away. I'm talking about he was shooting his life away.
Let me go open it up because my stuff had changed out. Let me go look.
Let me see.
The life away. Let me go look.
They just got the regular team on here. Oh man, they ain't got the summer league coaches on here.
I ain't getting some
I mean,
lead.
got
They
the,
talking about Kyrie Irving and stuff. Oh, here we go. Could this be it?
let me see. What was his name? I think his numbers. Was it Mike? Was it Mike Miles Jr.? I
Probably
don't
so.
know.
The boy from TCU
I think so. He was shooting his life away.
might
I
be.
think.
But yeah, man, we ain't got to try to look at that. That's summer
Look,
league. They
look,
might
but I
make it.
look. I ain't gonna lie. I watched summer league because I want to see what these young players gonna do. Like I coach. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a coach at heart. But I like to see what they gonna do, what they gonna look like. So I watched the Maverick Summer League. And like what I say, Derek Lively, he was alright, but like I guess he looked better with Luca and those live passes and stuff. It looks different when you playing with people that can play,
Yeah.
you know. But hey, this is one thing that I found out. I've been watching my little podcast, watching the Paul George. I think it was Paul George and uh, Paul George and DeRozan. They had a little podcast. They was going back and forth, and they was saying like they say 80% of the players in the NBA are trash.
Just about a lot of them are in there just for the defense and physical hustle.
So my thing is now you ain't got to be that good to be in the NBA.
You have to have heart. You have to have that. A hard worker always outshine can just about outshine a star if you a hard ass worker. Like if you the one that's in there busting your ass, running real hard, they gonna say that boy might not be good, but he definitely gonna put some work in and putting in hard work. I've seen people make it just for putting in hard work.
Patrick Beverly.
Like, but you wanna know what's crazy though? It's always levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys that are in the NBA, but all of even though they say like these are people that's telling you NBA players tell me they ain't even good. But I bet you we face them, we be like, God damn, they were good.
Look, I think I can still give them buckets. I, th-
like,
I can
like
still
they
give them
got
buckets.
like I saw somebody was like challenge Brian Cardinal thought because he was white and he didn't really play much. People forgot Brian Cardinal used to put up buckets.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just outshined on a hell of a supporting cast. So by the time this dude wanted to challenge Brian, fucking Brian, he was behind Dirk Nowitzki at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Brian got up in that goddamn court and destroyed that dude and said, "Hey, don't get it twisted. I ain't in the NBA just because. I'm
Right.
still that guy. It's just way super better talent." It's hard to get minutes on the court when you got the LeBrons. Like it's generational. It's a generational X in every generation that's just like that's that dog. And
What
they
about
gonna
Victor?
multiply.
What about Victor?
Victor, he say the NBA is soft. That boy ain't played the NBA. That boy playing goddamn D League, G League, and goddamn college. When he tastes them NBA monsters and they put his skinny ass on his butt, when that boy go against Giannis, it's gonna be another answer. But I think Victor gonna be great later on down the road. Right now, no. He got to get his body right. Like this boy coming in like Chris Bosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, before we get too much off the top, this just popped in my head. the deflate gate. When
Well, the own cheaters though, but they got away with everything.
but you
They had
know,
my gate,
mhm.
the plate gate. I mean, like, damn. They had one more thing that they did, but it was like they just got a slap on the wrist.
But you know, like I said, like when it comes to cheating, like how far does it go? Do they go into gambling? Will gambling make you cheat?
Money talks,
Because
right?
because I mean I understand by
Man,
padding
millions
your
of
stats.
dollars.
I understand by padding your stats, but like does gambling cause you to want to cheat to win?
Everybody got a price. According to these billionaires I heard that can manipulate stuff, everybody got a price. Everybody can be bought. Is in their mindset. So they'll throw a number out to you that's gonna make you say, damn. And only what I gotta do is what? Oh, no problem.
So what you think about the kicker from the Cowboys?
Oh, I knew that would come and how he was just shanking all them
Yeah.
goddamn. He was never missing field.
So I mean, like, look that to me, I was like, nah, this can't be real.
You know what
Ain't
that
no
remind?
fucking way.
You know what that remind me of? That removing the replacements when that field goal kicker and the Russian mafia were looking at him like fouling their nail. Like, if you make that field goal, that's your
Look,
ass, boy.
look,
Yeah. And he went
look,
ahead and made it. He said, "Fuck it."
look. But
He
my
made
thing is,
it. And
him to miss that many field goals, that many field goals in a row. Like Nick, like he ain't never kicked a
4
field
or
goal
5
in his
of them,
life.
bro. It was like 4 or 5 of them he missed.
I want to know how much he got paid for that.
Hey, what about that game where both of the field goal kickers kept missing field goals? They never missed field goals, but all of a sudden they couldn't make nothing. I think it was Green Bay. It was in the playoffs, I think. It was like Green Bay and somebody. Oh well. But yeah, just a little so I was like, something fishy about this.
Cowboys in Green Bay, the refs.
Yeah.
Mm,
That last play when he got held and they just let that play go.
Yeah, you notice we always got called on some on us, but they let it go. But
The Dez Bryant, like you got to start thinking about some of these calls that was really a fit that really was that was good plays. That was excellent plays, but they rule against them.
right,
Like that was kind of shaky. Like now it just opened my mind to like all the bullshit calls. They're like, nah, come on, really? You called it? But control the game.
hey man, the most controlled game I believe, man. NFL and NBA.
Mm.
probably the easiest. Probably the
Easy
easiest.
NBA because you could just and the easiest is NFL too because look how many
Hmm.
fucking holding calls they be calling on people. Or look at them bullshit ass roughing the passer calls they would call it. You can't even hit the quarterback no more. If you even touch you blow the quarterback, guess what? Roughing the quarterback now. Like,
Hmm.
man, you bring a lot
Talking about
up.
the Patriots. Was it a Spygate? Is that what you're talking about? Like
Yeah.
Deflategate, the other one's Spygate. Yeah, back when
Hmm.
they were filming the other teams' calls and shit.
What was the Jets at the time? That's when
That was the Patriots still.
it was the Patriots, but
Oh
they
yeah,
were filming
yeah.
the Jets.
Patriots versus Jets.
They were filming the
Yeah,
Jets practice because the Jets was
yeah.
rolling at the time.
Hmm.
Mark Sanchez, hey, he known for butt fumble, but that dude was a goddamn warrior over there in New York.
Mm.
Bill Parcells, he got all he got out of Mark Sanchez.
Look, look.
Man, shit,
That-
y'all throwing my history. Y'all making me show my age and throwing history out there.
look.
Boy, say I can
But
talk
look,
sports.
I really feel like sports is just entertainment. Like I feel like sports has a storyline, and they kind of write the storyline because they know probably who's gonna win. Just like even the draft, you know, when what's it, King Olajuwon, he shouted out he congratulated, I forgot who had the number one pick, but the lottery haven't been they didn't do the lottery. They said like he came in apologized like, oh, my man, I apologize. You know, I thought woo the woo, but they be knowing.
Bro, that'd be the scary part though. Like I believe everything is WWE. That's why we watch wrestling growing up, right? They
Mm-hmm.
preparing you to let you know this is nothing but an entertainment
Scripted.
business. We are all paid professional actors.
Mm-hmm.
We just hone our craft and we play our role. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to say, but Arian Foster actually put it out there. He was an old running back for the Houston Texans. And
Mm-hmm.
said that during the season they would get
Hmm.
a script and say, "This is what is gonna happen. Boom, boom, boom. This is gonna happen at this time. This is gonna be a momentum change. Boom. Then this is gonna." It was like a rehearsal. They was doing a game dress rehearsal and practice so they can prepare themselves for game time to prepare the play.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck? But I can believe it because everything is entertainment at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day.
You got to put on a show.
And you know what's crazy?
Like,
Arian Foster wasn't the only person to say that the NFL was scripted. Benny Cunningham, he said the same thing. He put it out on Twitter. The NFL is scripted, but they make us sign something so we can't go into detail. Tired of holding back. Who wants the full story? I mean, it's.
Mm-hmm.
I think million
Mm-hmm.
dollar contracts. I think anybody will be quiet and play the game for millions of dollars.
Right.
And I think if they tell you, hey, look, if you say something, that's millions of dollars that you're going to lose and all these fines. You will owe us everything we've paid you plus some. So
Right.
not only will you lose your contract, you'll lose everything you own. You know, they'll probably take you for everything you got,
Mm-hmm.
and
And kick you out the league. Like,
who knows, could go further than that. This could be an old mobster shit, you know. So when money gets to be that big, I think people disappear, people get sick and shit like that, you know.
hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna be real with y'all. Jim Irsay, he the most open owner there is in the NFL. He speaks his
Mm.
fucking mind. He's the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. They start, so you see on Nate's story about the running backs, hey,
mm-hmm.
everybody gonna hold out. Jonathan Taylor talking about I ain't reporting them. Boom. Ursay was like, hey, they come and go. This is a business. It's a pleasure to be a part of. Now you can be a part of this or you can go. Like he was like, at the end of the day, when we die, this show goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, bet. He's basically telling him, bro, you may be good, but don't get above yourself. The show will go on with or without you because trust me, if the NFL come calling you or you, Jay or TK, I bet y'all ain't gonna say, nah, man, I'm out of shape. Y'all ain't gonna go jump in that weight room and try to go do something. Be like, let me
Look,
get my ass out there and get this last check like this.
look, I'm trying to tell you, I ain't gonna turn it down. Shit. What you want me? Okay, let's go. Like we in there. Like you said, I ain't gonna turn. I might be. You're trying to kill me, but look, I'm gonna go get that Baggington. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go get that bag, hurt
Gotta
or
go
not.
get it.
But you know, this I think that's what it's drawing down to. It's entertainment. Like we are just entertained. They got a storyline. You know, it's it's a storyline. You know,
Yeah.
Jokic, Denver. Hey, that's a great storyline.
I called that one, bro, and I was on point on that one. I called that one this year. Oh, I wish I would have went with my betting gods and just put the money down. I called it,
Man,
but
and you know why I think this thing is a story mode? Because I just find it hard to believe. the KD. That like Chris Paul, KD, Devin Booker. Like
DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton. Like, come
Like,
on. Y'all, you shitting me? You telling about y'all just got booted out like that? LeBron James, AD?
bro, everybody thought this was gonna be the year LeBron win another ring because he was gonna break the title record. But I was like, something about Denver is just Denver need a ring. Denver need. Oh. Speaking of cities that need stuff, do you ever find it funny? What was the latest tragic that happened in Denver, though? Do you understand? Denver had landslides and stuff. Like houses was landslides and stuff in Denver and out there in Utah. They mountains were moving, so it was a lot of tragic happening going on. But they couldn't give it to Utah. Who Utah? The Grizzlies? Nah, that's Memphis. I'm thinking Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
Bro, that we done kicked in. Oh, Utah.
He said the weed that kicked in.
the Utah was end up in. So if you actually notice where I'm going with this, when Katrina happened, the Saints won the Super Bowl. What? Houston flooded. The Astros won the World Series. It was like every time there was a big tragic happening in this city and a sport was still going, like what was St. Louis during the massacre. St. Louis Rams won the Super Bowl. It was like, what the fuck? It was every time it was a tragedy, that city seemed to have inspired to win the Super Bowl, but it also helped the funding to rebuild and mask some of the shit that they was doing. I think everything is controlled, but I'm just a talker. I don't know much. I'm gonna stay out of that lane. Go back to my lane.
Look, don't get too deep now. You know, they come knocking at your door.
Yes, sir. I know it's nothing.
What you say on that live again?
I mean, I was just playing, man. I just trying to play the game.
Look, but man, hey, man, sports. Like, look, this one thing I told my wife. I said, man, I'm gonna train my boys if they want to play sports. I'm gonna train them first. I'm gonna get them equipped with soccer. Now, I feel like soccer is the root of all sports. The agility, the wind, the motion. And a lot of these great football players and basketball players, they started out playing soccer. Kobe Bryant played soccer. Steve Nash, Paul Gasol. You have a lot of these players that play soccer. So I'm gonna start my boys out playing soccer. Get your footwork right and stuff like that. Then we're gonna go into football, basketball, and whatever sport y'all want to feel comfortable playing in. And if sports is the direction you want to go, if not, we can do something else. It's okay. But if they want to do, look, I'm gonna tell them, look, you get in the league, your first rookie contract with 2 years, right? Then you get your deal, right? So do your 2 years. Then get your contract. Boom. Get your first contract. That's 4 years. Just do 4 or 5 years. Boom. Do your next contract 4 years and retire.
I'm finna say that's a good ass plan. But
Retire.
what's going through my mind the whole time you were talking? I was thinking of this. You know what was crazy? How the least amount contact sport is kind of like the most paid sport.
That's crazy.
You
Yep.
know what?
That's
The most paid
crazy.
sport? That was a $800 million offer for 1 year to come play some fucking golf. McIlroy and Tiger Woods both turned it down.
$1 billion. $1 billion.
The Saudi deal, but the Saudi the LV league end up merging with the PGA. So it was like, damn, you fumbled the bag because what you end up merging with what you are part of. You are PGA. You didn't want to go pay the LV, but the LV joined with merged with the PGA.
But see, but the whole thing about that, the PGA tour, they say if they go over there, they won't be able to golf in the PGA tour no more. So they were making them choose a side at that point before they merged. So they had to choose a side.
That was fucked up. Cause that was a lot of money.
Yeah, I would have went for the billion. The billion? You paying me a billion to golf? I don't have to win?
Now 800 mil. 800 mil.
No, they were gonna pay Tiger Woods a billion.
Oh,
A
yeah,
billion.
I would have went for that bill. But
Jake,
nah,
are you
no.
hearing me? He
Hey, hey,
turned down $1 billion because he
what,
said he would still want to play PGA tour.
but Tiger
Mm.
already a millionaire. With his
But man,
endorsement and everything he got, he is already a billionaire. But damn, he could have been 2 billionaires.
like how much money you have to turn down $1 billion?
Hey man, say, yeah, that's a lot, man. Woo. And then Muabe, soccer was the next. No,
Yeah.
actually, baseball is another non like physical type contact. Even though there is some major injuries that can happen. I'm a baseball player, but yeah, baseball and then soccer. You saw that soccer contract?
But baseball, they have like shitloads of games though. Don't they got like
Yeah,
182 games?
it used to be. We scaled the season down because it was too long. We scaled it down by 30 games.
Oh, okay. it's still a shitload of games though. That's
Yeah,
Taking
150
away 30 is
games.
a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Man,
Yeah, man. Like, there's a lot of games to be played, but we making it happen. Hey, and by the way, go Rangers. We looking real good.
Look,
We,
facts.
we just made some nice trades, but even with these trades, these Padres are kicking our asses. 0-2. Come on, Rangers. We
Look,
can't get swept.
look. Like all sports. But hey, man, we getting close to that time, man. We really past that time. We've been on here for an hour, man. We've been cruising and moving. But this was our episode 3. This is episode 3, y'all. Shout out to Tim for your cap. This our 3rd episode. So probably next Monday, hey, we're gonna bring some more fire content. We're gonna have to get together and see what the next topic is gonna be. Hey, if anybody out there, y'all, y'all see this video, drop in the comment section what you think we should talk about next. Hey, we would like to get our fans involved and let them know, hey, your opinion do matter. So, go ahead
hmm
and drop it in the comment section. Let us know what y'all thinking. And also, hey, we here, 10 for your cap. And wait, and just wait a minute. In due time, we will have 10 for your cap merch, shirts and merch and caps and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all watch out for that. 10 for your cap. We here. So, hey, before we go ahead and leave, though, y'all go ahead and give y'all handles and tell people where they can find you at. We're going to start with Mr. Youngblood himself.
Right here, the name says Travoya Youngblood. You can find me on Facebook at Travoya Youngblood. That's where I do a lot of posting. And hey, we're looking now. I got a lot of contests coming up this season. Hey, it's going live. So hey, GSC, we moving up another merch. So that's me.
Hey, there we have it. Hey, Jay, what you got?
man, you find me here. I'm underground. You can find me nowhere. Hopefully, you find me anywhere. Let me know. If somebody asks you saw me, I wasn't there. So that's how we're trying to keep it right now.
Hey man, hey, exclusive man. Hey, you back in the backwoods in that little shed on the ground, man.
That's it. Yeah, we're staying underground, location undisclosed, back
Look,
of a mountain in a hut somewhere.
hey man, no, hey, I can dig. I wish I can get away though, but hey, but if y'all didn't know, now y'all know it's TK the poet. You already know, so you ain't gotta quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all wrote it. Hey, another fire, episode. We're gonna come back with more fire and more fire, more fire, and I'm gonna try to get us a little display headliner, whatever thing. I don't know what they call them, but I'm gonna try to cook up some stuff for us, to get some more flash and just hey, and also just let y'all know I upgraded my internet. Now I can play videos. Hey, so we're gonna have to get together, see if we can pop up a video, then we start discussing the videos that we seen and stuff like that, and make this thing more entertaining. So, hey, we finna make this fire 10 for your count. But hey, until next time, y'all already know what it is. It's Jake Youngblood and TK the Poet. We out.
What's up?